Joey, 500. Got some goats in the field.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
Shakedown.
Here comes Philly Shakedown.
Let's go.
What is going on, guys? It is the Philly Shakedown. Welcome, everybody. Episode 26. Big week this week. We have a game tomorrow, 1 p.m. against the Kansas City Chiefs at home. And Philly 500, what's going on, man? How you doing this week?
I'm in a little bit of disarray right now. The reason we're late is because I'm crying because I just did an unboxing video. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Mark Holmes expects me to wear this. This guy's got to be crazy.
It's good. It looks good, though.
I know, but, I always say drawings take away 40, 50 pounds, obviously. Oh, Mark, and I'm barefoot. Why the hell am I barefoot? I don't walk around barefoot. But it's a sweatshirt. I'm gonna be so hot. I may have to Bill Belichick this thing.
You do that. It's too hot to wear that.
Yeah, I'll die.
So I want to know from you this week, how have you been feeling this week, especially after that horrifying loss against the Cowboys? What has been your mindset, obviously, going into this week against the Chiefs, and just in general, like, what this team needs to do this week?
Well, I was really disappointed Monday night, especially, because, that was not just like, oh, you lost a division matchup. I mean, we got destroyed. Mm-hmm. We got destroyed. And it's been a rough week. I'm not gonna lie. That game really hurt, and I left that game feeling like I don't know what we're about. I don't know what we are. I'm not making any more. When I do my previews, I'm not putting any more predictions in it because I was really disappointed, mainly in the coach. I just thought the game plan was horrendous. Like, it was horrible, and and then Jalen Hurts struggled on top of it. He struggled in his own right, but the coach also didn't help him. And my question now is can these guys can they fix it,
Yeah, can they do anything? I mean, to run the ball only 3 times, and then what the coach says, because obviously, like, that night I didn't really watch the press conferences. I think I waited till the next day to even watch everything, and it just seems like they didn't have time, or because of how the plays were going, they couldn't fit in the runs, which I think is just a total excuse on what they're doing. So
right.
I don't know what we were watching Monday night. I really don't. It was horrible. It was garbage. I mean, it was that bad. We had to go ahead.
No, I'm saying we're lucky. It was even the score was what it was. If Prescott doesn't fumble in the end zone, that's 7 points off the board. If they give him that 4th and 1, it's another touchdown. I mean, this thing could have been over in the first quarter.
So what I want to ask you is, have you given up on Jalen Hurts yet?
No, I haven't given up on Jalen Hurts. Like I've said all along, I look at this as his rookie year. The guy has had 7 starts, okay? I expect him to miss guys, to not read, to hold on the ball too long, to always run to his right. Like, a lot of those things, I expect that to happen. What I don't expect to happen is that when he's struggling and looked as lost as he did at times in that game, to not get any help from the coaching staff. I don't know what Jalen Hurts is. I say this all the time. I have no idea. A lot of people think he's not going to be anything. I have my concerns, but at the same time, I got to give him the opportunity,
Yeah, I think when it comes to Jalen Hurts, we have problems with obviously like small mechanics, throwing on the slants, overthrowing, underthrowing, deep ball accuracy. There's a lot of different things you can go into with Jalen Hurts, but I wasn't impressed. I mean, like you said, I think last year when we talked about it after the Cowboys lost when we did our stream that night, you mentioned that, you didn't see Nick Sirianni help his quarterback, even with the flaws we know that Jalen Hurts does have. What he has, those little flaws that we know that he has, but Nick Sirianni isn't helping the situation. At least take some pressure off your quarterback. Run the football, something like that. You know what I mean? So there's just no help. And Nick, he didn't bring him to the side like you said last week. He didn't say, okay, we're going to do this. You didn't see them together on the sideline that much. He just goes to the sideline, sits down, and that's it.
Well, yeah, and to me, it was really telling when we scored the second touchdown, right? So it was at this point 27-14 in the third quarter. Late in the third quarter, there's 4 or 5 minutes left. The Eagles, remember, Dallas punts, Greg Ward. I don't know how he misses the block because, I mean, he should have blocked that. It would have been a walk-in touchdown from one of those guys. But, okay, that point in the game when the Eagles get the ball, that was at the point where the coach should have said, we need a sustained drive right now. The momentum is starting to shift a little bit. And if we can have a good drive here, we can get back in this game. That was the time where you really alter what you're doing and start running the ball. The guy comes out and throws every time. And it's just nothing changed. And I thought at that point, that any hope the Eagles had to win was gone.
Even from the 1 yard line, we were facing all that field, and he threw the ball 3 times. I don't get why you don't run the ball or try to at least get some room. You know what I mean? He didn't do none of that. So I didn't think we'd actually look this bad. I mean, it looks like a rookie head coach. And you know what? All that talk we had in the offseason, what happened to using your players to their strengths? What happened to all that talk that we were getting this offseason? Even when he showed all the Colts tape when he was with the Colts and the big explosive plays and how he's going to use these players, and we got so excited because we figured he knew what he was doing. Where's the diverse amount of plays that we're supposed to see on the field? And we haven't even seen it yet. So it's really frustrating right now.
Right now, Nick Sirianni is Nick Kotite. Somebody said that in our stream.
Yeah, right.
That's exactly what he is. But my thing is this: I've gotten caught up in this before. Yeah. Okay, when you have a coach come in and says, "Hey, I do this and I do this." Chip Dip Kelly was the same way. I remember Chip Kelly. People talk about Chip Dip Kelly. He'll take the talent around him and he will develop a whole offense around that talent. Couldn't be further from the truth. And that's what I'm worried about with Sirianni because, to me, everything he said in the offseason got me really hyped up. But he hasn't done what he says. And this takes me to a video I did yesterday, which angered some people because I suggested that maybe he can't call the run plays. Maybe he can't call the plays he wants because maybe he's being influenced by Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman. Now, when I say this, people assume I mean that they're calling down and telling them what plays are on each play. No. But if you go back to last year, and we go back to what happened last year with Doug said this himself. Every Tuesday they would meet, and they would question him why he's running the ball too much. Doug didn't run the ball enough as far as I'm concerned. Remember after the Green Bay win, they were mad that he ran the ball. Could Nick Sirianni be being forced to run this kind of offense? I think it's a legitimate question based upon what happened last year.
Yeah, I mean, and he can't. So what are you going to do? You're going to run the ball more this game against Kansas City tomorrow than pass? So they got to bring a balance. I mean, they have to.
Look, he does. To me, and that's the other thing I'm worried. Now I'm worried he's going to come in and overcompensate and run 70% of the time. Run the ball your 45% of the time. Run it at the right times. You know what I mean? It's not all about having 50-50. It's about at the right times and what's working.
Yeah. What do you think about? I mean, even when I look at this, even the offense is having the struggles that it's having around. This defense is just nowhere to be found. The 1 year where we actually have 2 capable cornerbacks, and we've always had a pass rush. We've always had that. Now we don't have a pass rush whatsoever. So when it comes to it, I don't like the zone that we're playing. I feel like they're communicating, but there's something just not. They're not picking up guys as they're going across the line. I mean, they gave up 2 blown coverage touchdowns in this Cowboys game. They did, and I don't know what Jonathan Gannon's doing. I don't. I think our corners have been playing pretty good, but we have no pass rush. And then you see the defensive line. You see Derek Barnett. Actually, I looked at the percentage snap count. I saw Derek Barnett had, I think, like 74% of the snaps. I think Sweat had like 60. I don't know. It was in the low 60s. Like you just paid Josh Sweat. Why aren't you giving him more snaps? You know, I mean, you're missing Brandon Graham in this defensive line right now, and it's hurting. I mean, it's hurt bad. So I don't know what you think about the defensive line,
especially in that run game. Brandon Graham's good against the run. You know, I would say, in my personal opinion, I'm going to say that I think the only guy really playing well right now on the defensive line is Hargrave. I think Hargrave's been an absolute stud. I mean, Fletcher Cox is all right, but when's the last time he's had a sack, right?
Right.
Things like that. But the defensive ends worry me. I thought Josh Sweat, he doesn't get enough snaps. Derek Barnett, he's just disappointing. He's always getting penalties, and he doesn't get any pressure. How many sacks does Derek Barnett have this year? In 3 games?
Who's say?
Zero sacks for a first-round pick in the final year of his contract. That's not good.
No. And even paying a guy, you just paid him and you're not giving him more snaps. It just makes I don't know, it just makes no sense to me. And then to really go to the linebacker position and all the misdirection, like they were getting fooled on everything. I mean, I wasn't really surprised, and they're still not blitzing. I mean, we're still not blitzing, and I don't know why. If you have no pass rush, why isn't Jonathan Gannon blitzing these linebackers or a corner blitz? Or I don't care what it is. I mean, do something because you're right. It's not making any sense right now.
Yeah, why you not blitz? I mean, that was Jim Schwartz's problem. It's like we're right back to that again. It's like we got Jim Schwartz's brother coaching. You know,
we got a super chat from Eagles Gang. He said, "What's up, man?" He said the Chiefs got some players out. The Eagles offense got to take advantage of the Chiefs defense. Yeah. I haven't looked at their injury report. I looked at a little bit of it, but
I think two guys were called out today. I forget who they were, but
yeah. Now going to their, I think a big weakness for that Chiefs defense, I think you can run the ball on them. I know their linebackers have been falling for a lot of, like I said before, with our defense, misdirection. You know, we have to put some. We didn't play any. Did you notice we didn't play any motion? We didn't motion anybody.
No motion.
Why are you playing? Why are you playing? Why is there play action? Like the Cowboys are literally disrespecting you. And you're doing play action to fake the run. They know you're not faking the run, so that gets them more ready for a pass rush. That's just an advantage right there. So you're doing play action. Like, it makes no sense. You know what I mean?
Nobody bites for play action when they don't respect the run. I mean, it's just the truth. I've had this problem with Doug Peterson, you know, for many. I mean, this offense looks like Doug Peterson's offense in a lot of ways. Does not look like the Colts. It does not look like the Chargers last year. So what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, how long can you watch this for? I mean, they do this week. I mean, you're going back to, you're playing back in Philly now. It's not going to be pretty if you're playing like this. It's not going to be good.
I mean, look, you just said it. The Kansas City Chiefs run defense isn't that good. The Eagles should have long, sustained drives tomorrow, trying to keep Patrick Mahomes and that offense off the field as much as possible.
Yeah, that's true. We got a super chat from Just Call Me Flair. He says, watch the Eagles take Stingley or Sugma in the next draft. I mean, I know there's like about 5. Did I say something?
I didn't say anything.
Did I say something?
I just saw who it was that super chatted.
Yeah, I know. I got nervous for a second, and I didn't read it yet either. So I know there's about 5 corners in this draft. They're going to be pretty good. I'm looking at that. I forgot that safety as well, Joseph. I forgot what team he's from. I watched some highlights of him.
You mean Seymour Butts?
Yeah, Seymour Butts. Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be weird next year because I don't know who's going to be gone, who they're trading. I mean, I would definitely draft offensive line early next year as well, like at least 3rd round if they can, but it just depends on the draft picks that we do get. Are we going to have 2 first, 2 seconds, or 3 first rounders? I don't know. So
I would assume if you base it upon what the Eagles normally do, the first pick in the draft next year probably going to be a defensive end. From what I'm hearing, there's some defensive ends coming out. I mean, I don't see how you can't draft a defensive end. That would be my number 1 priority.
So if Howie Roseman gets fired, would it get you excited or would it get you nervous about next year?
Excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I don't trust him to draft it even a little bit.
Yeah. I don't either. especially even with the third round pick and Milton Williams, and obviously the analytical versus the the draft scouts, and it's kind of looking kind of crazy right now to go into the injuries for the Eagles, because obviously you're going to have Herbig play left guard. Herbig play left guard. You're going to have Driscoll and Scott are back. They put him on the active roster this week, so I don't know if Driscoll's going to get some work in. I don't know, but obviously maybe just a body for the game. And then Landon Dickerson's not going to be playing right guard, a guy that's only played a game and a half so far, so still fresh. And it ties into the draft too, because what we really, you see Asante Samuel Jr. that's playing really well, lights out really well.
Oh my God.
And JOK is an underrated linebacker that's a hard hitter, and plays like he's 240 pounds.
He's all over. He looks like he's at safety sometimes, at line. I mean, they move him all around. I like it.
Eagles gang, the super chat, appreciate it. He says it was Frank Clark and this other guy who starts. So Frank Clark is out. I forgot who the other guy is.
I think it's a corner, if I remember, but I forget who it is too.
And then obviously this week going into everything with LaShawn McCoy retiring this week. It's been a long road. One of the most exciting players to ever play in Philadelphia, has a rushing record. I got pretty emotional at his press conference. I mean, he kind of, his PR lady was like kind of telling him not to really say certain things, but obviously we know that he didn't want to leave Philadelphia, and we kind of knew that. I think when he was a Bill and he came back to the Eagles at the link and he kissed the logo on the ground, you knew from that day and how crazy it was.
He didn't want to leave. No, he didn't want to leave. And I didn't have a YouTube channel back then, but if I did, you would have seen the meltdown of the ages.
Yeah.
Because when they traded McCoy to Buffalo, I was so mad. I'm still mad about that trade. It was such a stupid trade.
Yeah, I mean, McCoy has had a long stretch of things. Training for Kiko Alonso. I remember, because I didn't have a channel either. I don't think I had a channel either at that time. And I remember coming down the stairs on my phone and I saw that LaShawn McCoy and I saw TRAD and I saw like a cutoff on my phone that he was traded. And I was depressed for a good 4 or 5 days. I mean, I didn't get over that at all. Kiko Alonso, what did he do? I mean, he had that one hand.
I didn't like Kiko Alonso when he was with Buffalo. So to me, it was like, oh, God.
And coming off of an ACL, and he had that one-handed grab. I think the interception against the Falcons. I think that was it. Like
that was it.
And I think he ended up getting hurt the first year. He was coming off an ACL on top of it. So I mean, Jeffrey Lurie is a big blame for a lot of that, to give Chip Kelly the keys to everything. So
not only that, I mean, the whole Howie Roseman love affair with Lurie is crazy sometimes. I mean, I get maybe trust some stuff. I just don't know why he has to be putting him in charge of making draft picks.
Yeah. So if you kind of take that, and he obviously he'll be one of the best Eagles that ever played, obviously, and
Coy's awesome.
Even a couple years. Did you remember when Howie Roseman tried to trade? Remember, he tried to pry him away from Buffalo for a couple years, and it didn't happen. I mean, he tried, but it didn't happen. I mean, I think if they drafted Miles Sanders, obviously if we just kind of go back in time, if Miles Sanders was here, I don't think they would still get Shady regardless. Right. But if Shady was here, I don't think we would have got Miles Sanders.
I mean, it just depends, because when I thought when they were going to bring him in, it was more about getting a backup. He was going to be a backup, not a starter. So it just depends,
Agreed. But so, I mean, hey, I hope he becomes like an assistant coach here, or works with running backs or something like that in the future. Very excited for him, what he does in this, the rest of his career. And we got a super chat from Eagles gang. It says, and then they traded D-Jax to the Redskins. I got pissed at that. I was at that game when he returned. That was a crazy game. It was fights. That was when Nick Foles got the dirty hit from Chris Baker. That was a crazy game. That was a back and forth game. That's what Kirk Cousins was lighting it up over there. Yeah, it was horrible.
They didn't trade him though. They cut him. They
just
flat out cut him. and then he ends up in Washington. It was just criminal.
Yeah, no, like it was, and obviously, like I think Chip Kelly had, with the gang related. I don't know. There was a bunch of stupid rumors coming about Deshaun Jackson. You know what's crazy though about Deshaun Jackson now? He's with the Rams and he's healthy. He's healthy.
I know. He could have 3 touchdowns in that game.
Stafford underthrew him a couple times. Like it's crazy. As soon
as he's with us, he's hurt.
We have 197 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate you being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It does help the channel a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to the better half of the Philly Shakedown, Philly 500, subscribe to his channel down below. It's in the description, like I said. You'll be check out the new sweatshirt, everybody. He's got a new sweatshirt that he's got to wear all week.
I'm not making any money on this. Mark Holmes is selling these like hotcakes right now. Everybody's buying them. And I don't even get a cut of this mother humper. Look at that. At least he put socks on me. I would have been okay.
There you go. The face is good, though.
Yeah.
So,
my wife said the face looks very accurate. My face. His face is 40 pounds light.
Right? We got a super chat for Philly 500's Gimp. Says, can you shout out my uncle Fillmore Cannoli? Shout out to your uncle Fillmore Cannoli.
Fillmore Cannoli. But none for Nick.
So really, when you go into even this game tomorrow, like, I mean, it's like, what do you have to see in this game? I mean, you can go through all of it right now, and it's confusing because it's like I think every part of this team just needs to get better. I mean, you have no answers. Like, what is there to say that they have to get better at this point?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think most people feel this way. I don't think a lot of us feel good about tomorrow. You know what I mean, about coming out with a win. I hope it's not impossible. It can happen. And stuff, but man, if Kansas City didn't lose 2 straight, I'd feel so much better about this. But my hope going into this game is that in the 4th quarter we have a shot to win, and that they play better. That's really what I'm hoping. It's a long season, though. You're not. If you lose this week and you lose to the Buccaneers, it's not the end of the world. We are going to get to a very good part of the schedule where we can really pile up some wins, but these next 3 weeks are tough.
Yeah. Even with the Raiders too, I think the Raiders are playing pretty good.
Yep.
And then the Lions is probably gonna be another test. That's a rebuilding team right now that's got some good pieces here and there. So I mean, that's another team that you have to. It's gonna be some good tests. Like I said, you said Jalen Hurts is still a rookie, right? Pretty much hasn't played a half a season yet. So I mean, there's a lot to still. There's people jumping off the ship right now.
I think right now with Hurts, we're seeing where his floor is. This is his floor. Okay? The question is where's his ceiling? That we don't know, I feel like with Hurts, though, I do wonder whether the front office will give him a long enough look. Or will they get impatient? We all know that this front office has a tendency to screw quarterbacks up.
Yeah.
Will they get impatient, put Minshew in at some point? I hope not. I hope they give him an opportunity. Like, if we get to, like, week 12 and he's still struggling and you want to see what Minshew looks like, I'm okay with that then. But you got to give him a lot more time right now.
No, you do. And, there's like one of 3 things that could happen next year in 2022. Either the Eagles are going to make Minshew the starting quarterback. Number 2, they're going to trade for a quarterback. Or number 3, they're going to go draft one. Or actually, you can add a 4th and say they're going to give Jalen Hurts another year. And, it's too early to even tell right now.
We don't know. We look, we might have a new coach by next year at this rate.
Yeah, no, understandably. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many more weeks we can handle of this because I feel like there's been people. I'll get into this next thing after we cover the super chat. Fabio Villacana with the super chat, much appreciated, man. Isn't it stupid that every year key players are hurt? It's annoying.
Every year, and I really think a lot of it's the same guys all the time. You have to start getting rid of these guys that every year are the same guys getting hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
every year Brandon Brooks is hurt. Every year. Sayamalu's been banged up quite a few times too. I don't think it's this serious, but he's been hurt. He was hurt to start training camp. It's just too many guys. We got 3 guys on the offensive line already out. I mean,
and Herbig didn't play well, but at the same time, like, he hasn't had a good amount of snaps. Like, last year he played well because he had snaps. This year he barely played. So you expect him to just walk into the offense and start playing well? That's, you know what I mean? It's just.
Well, I mean, how can any of those offensive linemen, in my opinion, play well when the defense knows that all the defensive line has to do is put their ears back and go ahead and get the quarterback? Because you're not going to run. They don't have to respect it. When you become that one-dimensional, it hurts everybody. You played football before. Getting that offensive line to start run the ball, push back those guys, get momentum, get into a rhythm, it's very important. It's very important.
Yeah. No, I agree. We got a new member in the building. Just Call Me Flair just became a Shake Squad captain. Much appreciated, bro. You're going to love it here. Thank you for becoming a member on the channel. You're going to love it here with all the rest of the guys. A great channel, a lot of fun. We have fun with the Philly Shakedown podcast as well. It's great every week. Just to kind of clarify for tomorrow, we're going to be streaming the game on our own channels, obviously, but then we might do a Philly Shakedown right after the game. So definitely look out for that tomorrow. It'll be on Philly 500's channel, so he'll put out a post. Just look out for it after the game tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
we'll figure it out. I might be in trouble by the time the game's. I might die of a heart attack because I'm going to be so hot and sweaty and that. He sent me a sweater on purpose. He didn't even send me a T-shirt. He sent me a sweater. I know he did that on purpose. He said he almost was going to send it like 2 sizes too small, so my belly would be sticking out. That mother.
The next thing I kind of want to go over right now, okay, is there was a guy on Twitter that put out this post of, I guess there's the app that you can use or whatever. You can, if you subscribe to, you could look at all the NFL plays like from afar, play by play, down by down, and to talk about Devontae Smith. It's really not just Devontae Smith, but to look at Devontae Smith and kind of. He got open more. I already counted because we've watched the game multiple times, so I've counted like over 6 times. This guy counted over 8 times. He was wide open, in lane, perfect throw that could happen there. And Hurts did not see it. There was a lot of guys open in this game.
Right.
So I don't know what you take out of it, but
I didn't watch the whole all 22. I watched a little of it this morning. I didn't see the guy. I saw your video that you did about it. I saw some other videos saying that wasn't on Hurts. I think there was definitely throws that he missed wide open guys. There was a couple times where guys like Devontae Smith, Hurts, even Goddard were open, and he just didn't pull the trigger. Now there were some times where he couldn't, and there was guys coming, maybe not in the screen that you see quickly, but. Yeah, he missed guys. There's no question about it. But see, I don't look at it. The way I look at it is like, but that's because he's only played 7 games. Those are things that he's going to do. If it was Carson Wentz in year 4 and he's doing it, then you kill him for it.
Right.
But I can't kill him because 1, he's only played 7 games. He hasn't seen everything, and 2, he got rattled in this game, man. He got rattled in this game. But even if you look at the first series, Rager, if he throws that ball out in front, Rager's going to be able to run underneath it for a touchdown. Yeah. It was a bad throw. Somebody said to me earlier this week that you don't have to have the strongest arm in the NFL. But if you don't have the strongest arm, you have to be deadly accurate. Right. With your throws. And if you're not accurate and don't have a good enough arm, you're going to have a problem in this league.
I feel like the only passes that Jalen Hurts can make is when the guy is like wide. And this happens sometimes, like when he's wide open, when there's nobody around. I feel like those are the passes he can make, but then you see passes where Goddard's open to the right side and
Mark Holmes is in the chat, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Shout out to Mark Holmes. I'll bet it's a bet, Philly. You worrying I'm not going to wear it? Look, but why did you send me sleeves? I'm going to be so hot. But a bet is a bet. I will probably Well, we'll see. I'll let you wait and see, Mark, what I'm gonna do. But you didn't say I couldn't cut the sleeves off, so I could.
Right.
I could be Belichick 500 tomorrow.
Belichick 500. No, I think I think there was a lot. There was too much. Like I don't know how there anybody that could say that they could defend Jalen Hurts, but
Denzel Washington's here. That's me. That's me. I look like Denzel Washington. Look, it's even my face. I told you, Denzel Washington. Shout out to you, man. I'm a big fan, and I should be working with you because I'm a lookalike. See? Look how I look like Denzel Washington. I look exactly like him.
That's gotta be an old pick. That's gotta be old.
That's Denzel Washington. That's me. Me and Denzel, we look alike.
We got a super chat from Philly 500's Gimp. Says, all jokes aside, I think the loss of Deuce Staley was a big hit to our running back corps and decision to play them. J.H. Nick's a dingbat.
Nick Cody.
So, and this is a guy in Shane Steichen. This is a guy that, like, I don't know who's calling the plays. So obviously, I think Steichen calls the plays and gives it to Nick. I don't know how it goes, but
Steichen with the Chargers though, he ran the ball. I watched them last year. He ran the ball way more than they run it now.
Yeah,
you know,
something's wrong here. I mean,
I keep going back to that. I cannot get that thought of Doug Peterson last year out of my mind.
If I'm a running back right now, I'd be up in that office. I'd be up in that office right now. If I was Miles Sanders, I'd be up in that office. I'd be so pissed right now.
I'd be coming for Mark Holmes meats if I was a running back.
It's just how do you think like, oh, it's just how the plays were brought up during the game. Like I don't get how you say that in front. I don't get how you say that in front of the media and expect. I don't know.
Well, let's say Steichen's calling the plays, right?
Okay.
Let's just say you're the head coach of the team. At what point do you go over to him and say, "Dude, you got to run the ball. Run the ball some. You're killing us here."
Right.
Well, why isn't the head coach saying that? Buddy Ryan would punch his offensive coordinators when they didn't run the ball enough. He would punch him in the face. You remember that with Houston? Do you remember this? Back when Buddy Ryan was a defensive coordinator in Houston Oilers, he punched the offensive coordinator in the face during a game for not running the ball enough.
Never heard of that.
Oh my God, go watch it.
I got it's actually on video.
Yeah, it was awesome because he wanted them to run the clock out because Steve is great, and he went over and you punched him, Kevin Gilbride, right in the face.
I can't even imagine that. Can't even imagine that. We have no idea how it's gonna go. Like I'm still confused on how this. What's our identity? Like I don't even know like what we're doing out there. Is you know what I mean? So
look. If the Eagles would have ran the ball more, they might. I don't think they would have beat Dallas, but I do think it would have been a much closer game. If they ran the ball more and did more of that, I think against the Niners, I think they would have won.
Yeah, I think so. If they ran the ball more and because I thought like we played a good game, but that was more on Nick than on Jalen Hurts. Now I think it's very equal, but at the same time, like help your quarterback out in this game. I mean, if you're in red zone, I mean, I think they played better in red zone, but really how many times were we in the red zone? So we had that wide open pass to Zach Ertz because of a Quez Watkins catch that he came back for another throw. And see, that's why I get so like there's people done with Rager. There's people done with Devontae Smith as of right now. Like, it could be route combinations. It could be a million different things with this play calling. Like, when I see these receivers line up, like, I watch other football games. Like, you've streamed a bunch of other games, so why don't we ever see anything from these receivers at the line? Like, they kind of do some little move or they try to, I don't know, like, I feel like they just, like, they're robots. They line up and they just start, I don't know. I feel like they don't do much. Like, I feel like there's more that they could do.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you move guys around. You can see if somebody follows them. You kind of get an idea if you're in man. I mean, they don't do any pre-snap reads at all.
Yeah. No, they don't. And not having motion, like, then what do you it's very vanilla. Like, I don't get what the, diverse play calling is. Like, I'm still waiting to see it and find out. So, this isn't coming up on StreamYard, but we have a member for 4 months, Asia Robertson. Much appreciated, man.
Asia.
Shout out to Asia. He says, "What's good, Joey and Philly 500? What's going on, man?
How are you?"
We got a super chat from Burgang31 says, "What up, Shakes and 500? I feel we win this one." Hey, look, like I hope they do. Like, do you feel like the Eagles can win this game head on, or do you think that the only way the Eagles can win this is if Kansas City makes their own mistakes, which they do? You know, they have. You know, even during the Chargers game, they fumbled a couple times. I mean, they've.
I feel like if the Eagles can get sustained pressure on Mahomes and keep the offense off the ball and control the clock, they will have a chance to win in the fourth quarter. If they don't do that, I don't think they have a chance in hell. I think they would. I mean, the problem with Kansas City to me is they're coming off 2 losses. It's very hard for me to imagine that team starting at 1-3. But it's not impossible. But
no.
But you know, that's the only way I see it winning. And those are 2 things we haven't done. You know, that's the problem.
Yeah, no, I know, and it gets really like at this point, like who's your number? I mean, look, we haven't seen them much. I want to see a pass Devontae Smith in wide open space. Like I haven't, like him in the open field with guys that are 5-6 yards around him.
Him in space while running. You know what I mean? Not like a lot of the throws that you see, guys are sitting down. They're not really going anywhere. They're not running. They stopped.
Yeah.
You know, they're not. You know, the anticipation of some throws. I want to see more where Hurts learns to throw to a spot and a guy runs to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Smith has been quiet the last few weeks, and I'd like to see him get going. Quez Watkins catches everything thrown his way. I mean, even saw the throw with pass interference. I mean, he came back for that throw. That catch, I mean, you know, he's been a hell of a player.
Yeah, we weren't expecting it, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, we have to fight for yards. Like, you saw what Dallas was running. They were doing, I mean, from screen passes to averaging 8 yards a run. It was too easy. Like, it was just, I'm like, why can't we do that? You know what I mean?
I have a feeling tomorrow the Eagles are going to play a lot better than people think. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to come down to the very end. And maybe they'll get lucky and pull it out. I don't know. I'm expecting in the next 3 weeks the Eagles will go 1-2. I think they lose to Kansas City, they beat Carolina, and they lose to Tampa. Yeah. And then it's wide open from there.
Yeah, I agree. And shout out to BirdGang31, works hard on his channel, another Eagles content creator, so definitely subscribe to him. I think he just hit over 1,000 subscribers. I'm not sure. I think he did.
Asia Robertson, because I see her chat. There it is. This is what he sent me. Do you believe he wants me to wear this? Look how thin he looks, too. I always say drawings make people look like 50 to 60 pounds lighter. Except for me. And, of course, he should have put socks on me instead of bare feet. And it should be a short-sleeve shirt. But that's okay. I see you, Mark. I see what you're doing.
Let me see if I'm missing anything here. We got a super chat from Harak. What's going on, man? It says, hell no, we're not winning this one. There's a lot of Eagles fans that don't feel, you know, I'm half and half on it. I feel like they really have to. I feel like they really have to come together as a team, and they have to get this offense running. Like this offense has to run.
I don't think we're winning tomorrow. I honestly don't think it.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's impossible. But I don't think it. But I'm hoping that my hope is if we could get in the fourth quarter and be in this game, we have a chance to win, and that's what I'm hoping for.
So this is the one from Asia Robertson about the yep. Thanks for Philly 500. Mark Holmes is mailing you something. He expects you to wear it tomorrow while watching your game.
I got it. He sent it quick.
I want to see what happens to that sweatshirt before that stream starts. I think that's the question.
Yeah, look for stains.
Look for stains. We got a super chat from Sean Barker. It says, Doug was far from perfect, but at least he wasn't Beavis and Butthead's puppet like Nick. As long as Lurie is owner, this team isn't winning anything. We're going to be in trouble if Howie Roseman doesn't get fired. We're going to be in trouble if we're finding out the truths about the play calling, if Jeffrey Lurie has a lot, and Howie Roseman had a lot to say in the play calling, and just this franchise isn't going to kick off. Like, you can have the cap space, you can have draft picks next year, but it's going to be a disaster if they're letting this happen and let these coaches be coaches.
I don't know what's going on. I just know that those were the reports last year. We've heard a lot of things like that in the past, and then the guy comes out and he does the opposite of what he says he's going to do. You have Steichen that came over from the Chargers, who ran the ball a lot and was really good developing Herbert, right? So, to me, it feels like they're not running on purpose.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, and I don't know how. I don't know what team does this. Like, it's every year. There's always something, like we're watching the same offense like last year.
Have you ever heard of a team? Not running the ball, calling 3 design run plays the whole entire game? I've never heard of that.
No, I don't. It's embarrassing. If I'm a coach, it's embarrassing. If I'm the running back coach, I'm complaining too. I mean, I'm really complaining about it. So it's unfortunate.
I agree.
We got a super chat from the great Tate. Thank you for the super chat. He says, "Would it be wise to set Hurts up as a game manager?" I think for a young quarterback like that, why not? I mean, look at quarterbacks who were young that had success early in their careers. Remember Ben Roethlisberger? Mm-hmm. He was a game manager early on. Even Russell Wilson, that was a game manager early on. Yeah, let him be a game manager. I have no problem with that for a guy that's only played 7 starts. So even if he calls the cadence or what he does he change? If he changes a play on the field, if he sees something different, is that Jalen Hurts doing it himself, or is it the coaching staff telling him, well, if this happens, change it to this? So that's a whole.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think you have to give him some freedom and some ability to do that. But I like the idea that you control the game with your running backs. That he passes when need to, and you try to keep mistakes to a minimum. I think you'll stay in a lot of games that way.
Yeah, I agree. We got 246 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate you being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It does support the channel a lot. If you guys haven't subscribed to Philly 500, the better part of the Philly Shakedown podcast, his link is in the description below. Check out some of his content. He will be streaming the game tomorrow, and then both of us will probably be doing a post game right after that on Philly 500's channel. So check that out tomorrow. So we have some plans in the works. Obviously, I know things were a little different last last month when I had to go to the game. So we did the streams a little differently because I wasn't gonna be.
Yeah, we did 2 of mine. Now we're doing 2 in yours.
Right.
Yeah.
So we should be alternating. I'm not going to any more games as of right now. So I'm pretty much we're gonna be alternating pretty much normally so far.
I don't think I'm allowed to go to any games. So we'll see.
We got Asia Roberts with the super chat. It says, I know this is football stream, but I just want your opinion on Ben Simmons. I want him gone. I'm done. It's you had players trying to fly over to his house to try to get him to come back and why he should stay. And he's not built for here. And you know what? If he's blaming the coach or the front office that he's not being used the right way for the Sixers, which is ridiculous. He's had opportunities to take shots and he doesn't make them, or he passes the ball. I mean, we've seen this.
Nobody made him pass the ball when he could have had an easy dunk. In that playoff game. And then to come out and say that he can't play with Embiid, fuck you, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah. But bye. I would not give him. People asked me all season, would you trade Embiid? Hell no, I would trade Embiid. Embiid's a stud. Ben Simmons, what's so annoying about Ben Simmons is all the posts of him shooting 3-pointers. Now, in practice.
Yeah, I
don't want to see it anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Should have kept Jimmy Butler. Should have kept Embiid, and we would win 2 titles.
That's yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much because I've been really busy. It's just from you guys to the chat, just to ask you guys because you follow the Sixers.
I keep wanting to make a video and say I'm going to make a video on Ben Simmons, and then I get distracted.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely. I want to know from.
I just want to say, Asia, you lost your mod. You didn't lose it. I just had to take a bunch away because like in Bad Dog stream, somebody was timing out people. I had 487 people hidden, so I just had to clean out the mods. But of course, you get yours back.
All right. No, definitely. Big supporter of both channels.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Jay Koch, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day today.
Randall Cunningham, what's up?
Morgan Holmes with a super chat says, "Watch this as Sirianni 3 carries last game, then breaks the record for most run plays in NFL history." Yeah, it might happen.
Yeah, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, well, he ran the ball too much." That's what we're gonna say. Yeah. Just be balanced, and it's not to me about how many carries, like just at the right points in time. Like you got to have a feel for the game. To me, if you're a coach, like to me in that third quarter. When they just had scored and made it 27-14, got the ball back after Greg Ward missed the block. Right. The feel of it was, if you run the ball and have a sustained drive, this whole game's going to turn around. And he didn't do it.
I think the game would have been a lot different if they just bounced out the offense. I think it would have helped Hurts so much. Even though if Hurts is making mistakes, you gotta get pressure off of him.
Especially was it like late in the second, early third? He looked rattled. He looked rattled. That's when you needed to run to calm him down.
Because what's going to happen is he's going to start panicking, and then he's going to start running, and then he's going to be like, you know what, screw this, I'm just going to run for the first down, and he's going to have to do that. You know what I mean?
And this is why I hold it against Nick Sirianni more than him, because he's played 7 games, he's learning, he's going to go through the growing pains. But you have to have a coach that is in tune with that enough and smart enough to know how to help him. And this coach just threw him to the wolves.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, Eagles gang with the super chat says Ben Simmons actually told the Sixers front office to get rid of Jimmy Butler, and that is what Joel said in his press. That's crazy.
Well, those would have been fighting words for me.
That's one player we miss. I mean, I was watching. There were some people on Twitter putting up like mic'd up moments from Jimmy Butler when he was here, and like, man, that guy's the dedication to that guy
is a stone cold killer. What you need in the fourth quarter, like especially like if in the last game. You needed the guy to kind of take over the fourth quarter. When you need points, Jimmy Butler was going to get you points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll get you points. And to me, I remember that the Toronto game, and I was saying that whole game, you have to sign Jimmy Butler. I don't care if you have to fire the coach. I don't care what you do. He has to come back. And now you look at what the Sixers need. They need a Jimmy Butler, a Damian Lillard. They need that stone cold killer to help you win.
Yeah, because I was asking everybody in the chat before, like, if you guys know anything, because we really haven't been following, like, rumors about trades or whatnot. I mean, I've heard a million rumors about teams being interested in, between Golden State and Timberwolves. I mean, there's a bunch of teams. Cavaliers been interested. I mean, there's a lot of teams. So hopefully they get something for Ben. And I don't know. I want to ask you guys if you guys heard anything about rumors of possible trades for certain players like Lillard or something like that. Definitely let us know in the comment section.
People say, "Oh, the process don't work." No, the process worked. It worked, and you had Jimmy Butler there, and you let him walk away. The mistake.
It's true. It's true. We got Marcus Polk with the super chat. He says, "Is Josiah Scott a good corner?"
Yet to be determined, I would say.
I mean, yeah, we really can't.
I wouldn't write home on like I wouldn't put too much stock in him. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, sorry. The corners actually have been good. They have. I thought they haven't been too bad. I mean, Nelson got beat, and Kevon Wallace, they got beat bad by CeeDee Lamb though.
Yeah, I mean, he walked right by Kevon Wallace, right by. I mean. I just don't like them playing zone. I don't like zone. I don't like zone. Usually for zone, you're kind of getting, you want your pass rush to be there. But I wouldn't even play zone if your pass rush isn't there.
And Kevon Wallace is out again.
God, this guy. This guy is just like, I don't even know. I have no words anymore. Like he can't talk anymore. Like no. He shouldn't have been talking. I mean,
no, he just needs to play.
Just can't do that. I thought I was missing another one here. Got a super chat from Eagles Gang says, I've heard about Beal. Yeah, I've heard Beal. I mean, I think they should. Great. Beal would be great. I think he would fit in really well. It just depends on what they want to really give up. I mean, it just depends what they want to give up. I think they're ready to win now. I think they're ready to win right now. Really, I do. Like. We'll see what happens, but Ben Adams says Hurts will have his best game yet. I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping it really ticked him a little bit from last game.
I just hope they can keep the big plays of Tyreek Hill, the quick scores. I just feel like you gotta try to keep that offense off the field. Slow the game down and keep that offense off the field, and get to the fourth quarter, and then you have a puncher shot.
Yeah. Got Tanner the Great says no complaints from Maddox, which is wild to say. Never have said that before. Yeah, I'm shocked actually.
Yeah,
done
there
a
was
really good job.
It was the one catch at the sideline was out of bounds, but they called a catch. I mean, he had great cover. I thought Maddox has been pretty good so far.
Yeah, we didn't have high hopes for him this year at all. We didn't think he had much in this competition either. You saw that Carolina trade for Henderson, first round. What was that? First round pick.
He was
the first
round pick.
That's
they
crazy.
Gave like a tight end in a fifth or a tight end in a third, something like that.
No way the Eagles were going to give that up. There's no way that was going to happen.
I would have done it in a minute.
And then we still have the trade deadline week 9, so that's going to be interesting too of what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So
well, is it week 9? You said we could be sellers, we could be buyers. It really don't know yet.
Yeah. Cal Bunny says Kavon wasn't even playing. He got injured in the 49ers game. I don't know when he got injured in that. I forgot when he got injured in that game. I think he had like a little injury. Then he came back. I'm not sure. I thought he got injured again in that game. I'm not sure. But we don't ever notice him. And then when we do notice him, he's getting beat. And he got away with a big holding call during the Falcons game on Calvin Ridley, which was like he was literally grabbing onto the back of his jersey as he was going by him. Got Asia Robertson with the super chat. Who has the most dysfunctional management, Sixers, Eagles, or Phillies?
That's a great question. I'm going to say the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles, you always have these things and these issues with Howie Roseman, don't like the GM or the scouting team. They're fighting with the analytics people. You have the quarterback situation. So I'm going to say the Eagles, but the Phillies are really up there too, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sixers too, but not. I would go Eagles, Phillies, Sixers.
Yeah, I agree. I'd agree with that. Let's see here. Paul Mancini says Panthers trade tight end Dan Arnold and a third-round pick for cornerback C.J. Henderson and a fifth-round pick, a steal by the Panthers. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
Yeah, we could have done that.
For some reason, I thought they traded a first-round pick. I don't know why. I thought they did.
I mean, to me, the only thing is why does Jacksonville want to trade a guy that they just drafted? Like that's the only thing that's like, why do you want to trade him? Oh, you want to trade him? Why? Like, why, really?
Yeah. Got Darren Lewis says, Philly 500 is the Muhammad Ali of YouTube.
Stick and move, baby. Stick and move. Pause.
So is there anything else you want to add into this week? Anything that's been bothering you, or... It could be really anything. Anything that's... Do you think, even this, like to go into the future a little bit, do you think these past 2 drafts have made Howie look pretty good?
No. I don't think so. I mean, right now, you don't know if your quarterback's a franchise guy. He's a second-round pick. John Hightower is pretty much gone, right? Quez Watkins looks like a nice steal. Sean Bradley, I mean, he's not starting. He's not playing. And then you go this year, Devontae Smith to me was the no-brainer pick. And then Landon Dickerson, you could have had Samuel Jr., you could have had JOK. You probably still could have traded up and got Landon Dickerson.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think so, And the thing the Eagles have going for them right now is you're in a situation where you could literally you might have 3 top 10 picks. I mean, the Colts play Miami tomorrow. We need the Colts to win. The Colts need to remain relevant, or they're not going to play Carson.
Right. You think they will?
If they lose tomorrow, no. If they win tomorrow, then yeah. But I'm afraid that the Colts are going to just collapse and go, why risk this guy? He's playing on 2 bad ankles, a bad foot. Let's just rest him.
Who do you have winning the Cowboys-Panthers game?
Cowboys. I'm not sold on Sam Darnold or the Panthers. So
just from a couple games.
Yeah, so I mean, I thought the way they played the Texans, I didn't think they looked that great. I think Dallas is going to score is going to be too tough for them.
We got a super chat from Asia. Thank you very much. Says this sucks because if the Phillies have made the playoffs, my job at Citi Field would have been working the division series in Philadelphia.
Cool. Yeah, that would have been cool.
That's awesome.
I was hoping because I was like, I want to stream the Phillies, but no.
Have you ever streamed a baseball game?
I think one time. It's not bad. It's slow. It's a lot easier than football, and basketball because there's so much time between pitches,
We got Jesse Davis says Devonta Smith has not been disappointing. QB play has been disappointing. He's been open every game, and
I'm fine. I know what Devonta Smith is. I'm not worried about Devonta Smith at all. I think he's fine, dude. Yeah, would like to see more numbers, more catches. But he's right. There were plays where he was open going across the field, and he just got missed.
And I think we look, and even look at the season right now, we look at it and we say to ourselves, like, man, it's not even 4 games yet. Like, Isn't that crazy, though? And, like all this is happening within, like, this is what I'm saying, like, if they make this many mistakes now, like, they have time to fix these mistakes. Like, you have to look like a football team. You don't look like you don't even know how to run a football team right now.
Well,
so
yeah, and my feeling is they're going to go up, and there's going to be ups and downs, but by the end of the year, I hope they're playing pretty good football.
Yeah. Marcus Polk says, Watson to Philly, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
I mean, there's a lot of chatter about it all year, all season. The other day we had 2 conflicting stories that the Eagles were given the green light, and then later on in the afternoon it comes out that the Eagles are no longer pursuing them. To me, I don't believe any of it. I believe where there's smoke, there's fire. But I still don't think nobody's going to pull the trigger on him until his off the field stuff is taken care of.
Right,
but I mean, Deshaun Watson's a stud.
He's gonna be more expensive next year, though. I mean, he would have been less expensive now if the Eagles pulled the trigger on it this offseason.
Yeah, but the problem is he may be suspended, then he may go to court, then he may go, be in trouble. I mean, if they bring criminal charges, you have 2 investigations. You have the Houston Police Department. I think they're investigating. Then you have the FBI's investigating. Now, somebody told me the FBI's investigating about possible extortion. Now, if he's being extorted and it clears him, then he's ready to go right away, and then he's going to become valuable.
That's crazy. I mean, there's no charges though. Like there's
no charges. They're all but there is investigations going with the Houston with tech. They're investigating criminal charges.
22 civil suits from women, whatever it is. That's what I read. If I read that right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're going to find out. But, I mean, to me, I just mean, what team is going to want to give that much in compensation to a guy that could get in trouble?
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And, like, then you have to have the trust in this player. If you acquire him, you need that trust to see if, hey, like, we want to know down the road that this isn't going to happen again. You're not going to make a stupid mistake.
Well, I don't know. Let me say this. I'm not saying Watson's guilty. I don't know if he did it or not. I don't make no judgment on him. I'm just saying from a team standpoint, do you risk all those assets with everything up in the air? But I don't know. I don't know that he's guilty. I don't know. I believe innocent until proven guilty. So that's how I take it. But I just know that a team, do they really want to invest? And then, this just happened. They just dropped more charges on him, and then he's suspended or he's put on the exempt list. And then you have this guy you gave all these assets to, and he's not even playing. I don't see how any team could risk that.
So, do you think if he's not charged with anything, if he gets out of this clean, do you think he's even put on the exempt list? Is it right for them to put him on the exempt list?
No, he won't. The problem is I think the court cases are all after the season's over.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on exactly with it. Like I only know what we've read. I don't follow it super close. I just want to know, how does a team give up that many assets when they don't know what's really going on?
Right. No, I agree. I agree. I mean, I'm hoping that I'm hoping that he didn't do anything. I'm hoping that stays that way.
I'm gonna give you a little conspiracy theory though.
Okay.
It's interesting to me And I'm just saying, it's interesting to me that he requests a trade, and then like 2 days later, all these things start happening.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
It's like right at the same time. Now, did he know that was going to be coming out, or is something fishy going on? Why is the FBI even investigating? They're investigating what I heard was extortion. If he's being extorted, then he's going to be cleared of all charges. And then then if you, at that point, go get him if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if once that clears up, if that's the case, then yeah, I mean, then sure. I mean, would you give Jalen Hurts more than 1 year though? That's the question. Like, does it depend on how bad he plays? Like, if he has a bad beginning year and then kind of becomes strong at the end of the year, or how much is it going to take for you to say I'm done and I think we should move on?
It really depends on a lot of things. If Hurts plays the way he's played the last few weeks, I move on. If he plays really good at the end and he's better, and then there's no other options, there's no other quarterbacks, then I might give him another year. But I have to, at this point, I don't know. I have no idea. I have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, no, I agree. We got Cryptocalish. If I can't say it right, it's a tongue twister for me. Says, yo, 500, it's a risk-reward ratio. You risk 1 first round now versus paying 2 to 3 first-round picks later. Of 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 is a good risk-reward ratio.
No, it is. And Cryptologist, I got it. I just saw your email. I'm going to answer it probably tonight. Yeah, I mean, it is a risk-reward, but they're saying they want 3 first-round picks or 2 first-round picks right now. So they have to be coming down. I mean, but I do understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? No question. And I also agree with what's his face? Let me see. I saw a comment go by. Where the hell did it go? Oh, Jeff Murphy says the FBI's a leftist Stasi. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the FBI's corrupt as hell. I think they're all corrupt.
Jay Cott says all teams interested will play the waiting game for trading for Watson, and that will lower compensation for him.
Perhaps.
It could, because what you hear first is like apparently that rumor about the 3 first rounds and the second, whatever it was, that was apparently a rumor that came from a team that backed out of it, and then they kind of undisclosedly said through the media that, oh yeah, they want this. I mean, we don't know that, and they're not getting that much. I mean, that's
see, I always saw the Watson situation as we got Hurts this year. Watson's got to go out and everything's got to clear up. It's going to take a year. Let's stock up on draft picks, and then if we need to pull the trigger, we do it. If we don't, then we use those picks other places. So I always saw Watson as a possibility next year more than this year.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think we thought of it as more of a next year thing. I think we've wanted them to say who is the starting quarterback for like the whole offseason because they were just keeping it top secret for so long. And finally, a couple days before the season started, they named Jalen Hurts the quarterback, which we were happy about. Yep. But obviously a long road ahead, a big matchup tomorrow. Against the Chiefs, it's not going to be easy, but this team needs to get it together. They have to keep a balanced off. They have to get ready. If they come out like they did against Dallas, and they're not pissed off this week, I don't even know what to say. Because obviously the culture. I think one thing we agree on that we see the culture that is given to this team right now. I think Nick Sirianni started this new culture, and it's a lot of show. It's a lot of talk, but it doesn't show on the field. And then even like that Dallas player comes to the sideline last game, talks all this crap, and they don't do anything. Like what is this? What is this team?
Right.
Yep. So it's I know Cowboys fans are excited. They beat a bad team, and that's what they did. They beat a team that played horrible. I mean, they beat a bad team Monday night, and it's only week 4, guys. It's only week 4.
The Eagles can be better. They can be a lot better than this. They could have made that a close game. That could have been a tough game. I really think the coaching was just horrible. I do, and then the quarterback play wasn't good. But I think a lot of that was snowballed because of the bad play calling.
Yeah. I don't think, even from what we're seeing right now from the coaches, from a play calling standpoint, from the offense scheming, it's scheming against the defense, and that's the problem right now. Like, they're not using these players to their strengths. So I could definitely see change if this keeps going on. I could definitely see changes to this coaching staff next year. Could be Nick, could be Shane, or I don't think if Shane came, and like you said earlier, if Shane came from L.A., okay, that ran the ball a lot, and there's something wrong here. There's definitely something wrong. I don't think. I don't know. Like, I hate going through this every year. Like, who's calling the plays? What are they sharing? What's going on? I don't know. It gets crazy.
Yeah.
We got a super chat from Randy Stites says, I live in KC and it's so loud there's no ways the O-line hear the snap count. Hurts isn't good enough for a silent count.
I didn't watch a lot of Hurts at Oklahoma. I saw him a little Alabama. Didn't watch him there. So, I'm more like, I don't know. But there are a lot of people, including Bad Dog, including other people that watch him, say he's not going to be the guy. I don't know. I'm in wait-and-see mode, and I'm rooting for him. That's all I can do.
I think if the Eagles beat Kansas City tomorrow, I think I'll feel very good about going into Carolina.
Well, the whole season changes on that win.
I think so.
That would change the whole season. And to me, I don't even think, I think people forget it's a long season. I'm just looking at 1 and 2 the next 3 weeks, and I think we'll be okay. I think we can recover. But, if we could pull out either the Kansas City or Tampa game, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, guys. It's going to be really tough. So we've been over an hour and 6 minutes already. I don't want to hold everybody up today, but definitely we had a good time tonight. I know us Eagles fans are we're praying for a win tomorrow, even though we think that we're not going to pull this out. But I need to see some fight tomorrow. I need to see some pushback. I mean, really.
At least it's at home tomorrow. I mean, if it was in Kansas City, I would really be worried about it. So I don't know how much the silent count is going to be an issue because you're at home. But those fans, if they come out and don't run and they have a couple of 3-and-outs, they're going to get booed.
Yeah,
get booed.
I don't blame them. That's what's they understand what's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. We got a super chat from Richard Henning. Says Philly 500, don't wear it, and if we run the ball, we can win. Their defense is ranked 31st on the run.
You'll have to see tomorrow what I do. I haven't decided. We'll see.
I hope you cut it up in the most some Tarzan, some Tarzan.
I mean, look. Here's the hint. Truth is, I honor my bets. So but I gotta have some suspense out there.
Yeah, definitely. But other than that, guys,
Mark Holmes is my daddy. I have to say that all week. Mark Holmes is my daddy.
So when do you have to say it? Beginning, before the stream?
I guess I gotta say it every so often.
Just remember, guys. Mark Holmes is my. You just gotta keep saying it.
Mark Holmes is my daddy. I got to give him clips, so he can cut it up and use it against me later.
Right.
It's all part of losing. It could be worse. We could be the Giants. Giants got to go to New Orleans tomorrow. That's a big loss.
I totally forgot about that.
They got to go to. They got to go to Giants. I mean, Giants got to go to New Orleans. Then they got to go to Dallas. Then they got to play the Rams. They're going to be 0-6.
What an overrated team, man. Overrated.
Oh, man, all that crap in the off. We got Galladay, but you have Danny Pennies. I think Daniel Jones stinks.
Yeah,
I really do. When just watching, even the game against Atlanta, it seems like the only time he really can move the ball is when he runs. You
think Saquon Barkley's going to re-sign?
I don't know, but I mean, people are disappointed in Barkley, and I think Barkley's doing exactly what I said he was going to do. He's coming off of ACL. Guys are not, unless you're Adrian Peterson, you don't recover right away from ACL. Usually takes a full year. He may start playing better in December and stuff, but at that point, they might have shut him down if they're really bad. He'll be better next year, but this year, coming off that injury hurts. It's hard.
I'm reading this carefully.
I don't know what a steak and cheese sub. It's supposed to be a cheesesteak, but Mark turns it into something else.
Oh, that's what he's calling it?
He calls it steak and cheese. He means cheesesteak. But I don't know.
Or a hero. Do they call wedges heroes on the west side? Heroes? Like when you go to a deli to order like a wedge, like a hoagie. A hoagie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoagie, but cheesesteak is a cheesesteak. Not a. He calls it steak and cheese. When I hear steak and cheese, I think of like breakfast, like eggs.
Right. Right. Appreciate the super chat, Cal. I mean, other than that, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I think we've covered everything. I think we're going to get more of a story tomorrow. And
tomorrow is, interesting. We're going to discuss whether we're going to do the post game like right after or not, because I really want to stream that Patriots Buccaneers game. I just think that's such a fascinating game. But we got the Eagles at 1, Giants, Washington, Dallas. Everybody's playing at 1, including the Colts, Miami. So there's like real no doubleheader for me. So I probably will stream that game in the morning, Eagles. Then maybe we'll do a post game and then do the Sunday night game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be I'll be streaming the game tomorrow, and then obviously the Philly Shakedown probably right afterwards, like we've said before.
Yeah.
And I'll probably do a post game later that night on Sunday night. So
Chris Campbell, he says this. I just want to answer this real quick. Philly, is Micah the best in the draft? Best defensive player in the draft. But we've said that for months.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody said that. We all thought he was the best defensive player in the draft. The question was the off-the-field stuff. I will say this, though. A lot of people have been down on Trevor Lawrence. I watched him the other night, dude. I think he made some throws like, oh, my gosh. Like, he's going to be a good player.
Yeah. No, like if he's, I just think Urban Meyer's going to be gone. He's going to be gone after this year. I think he's worked in the NFL once before.
I don't know if he worked in the NFL. I know he wasn't a head coach, but I don't know if he worked somewhere else. I mean, look, I thought they played pretty good. They went up early on Cincinnati. Burrow and Jamar Chase looked absolutely great. And they did a good job, but I thought Trevor Lawrence actually thought he played pretty damn good in that loss. Jamar Chase is definitely the best offensive player so far. Best defensive player is Parsons, but that doesn't surprise me. No. But I thought Trevor Lawrence, I mean, he is a quarterback. It's going to take some time. I did think he had his best game Thursday.
Yeah. We'll see. Let's just pray tomorrow.
Campbell.
Yeah, Chris, thank you.
Thank you, buddy. I hope we need all the luck we can get.
Yeah, that's definite. So tomorrow, 1:00. Yeah, we'll be ready to go, and we'll see what happens. We just in front of that crowd, they better pray. That's all. They better do the right thing tomorrow. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I have to do a bunch of thumbnails. I'm going to watch the Saints of Newark again tonight. Did you watch that movie?
Mm-mm. I haven't seen it yet. No, I don't have HBO Max. I was gonna go to the theater, but I might just do HBO Max and just watch it.
I need to watch it again. I need to watch it. The kid was fantastic though. Like I thought he really looked like his dad.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, he reminded me of his dad a lot. So that was kind of cool.
I just pre-ordered my tickets for Halloween Kills, October 15th, opening night. So. I am pumped for it.
It's October, baby. Halloween's coming up. I'm happy this falls, because it doesn't start cooling off here till like mid-October. But I'm so sick of the heat.
So we have a game on Halloween, so we might do something special that night for the stream. We're not going to say it, but we might do something to celebrate Halloween a little bit. So we might do something. So. We got a super chat from CJ Holmes. Says I think they throw the games on purpose. It's rigged.
A lot of people think that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like they already want to tank now to get a better draft pick because really, you're gonna have cap space next year if Carson Wentz plays. He still has a good amount of games left, but he keeps playing. Miami keeps losing, and. That's it. We could take Miami, losing we will deal with Carson Wentz winning a game that, like you said earlier, they have to at least have some. They need to feel good a little bit going into the season, kind of keep them on their heels a little bit that they have to do something. So
yeah, exactly.
But all right, guys. Well, guys. I hope you guys had a good time tonight. We will see you guys tomorrow. So definitely, if you guys haven't subscribed, go. Let's go.
Go.
If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It does help the channel a lot. If you guys haven't subscribed to the better half of the Philly Shakedown podcast, Philly 500, his link is in the description down below. Check out some of his content. He'll be streaming the game tomorrow as well, and he'll be wearing this fabulous sweatshirt. If it will be, now the question is, we don't know if it's going to be a sweatshirt tomorrow. So
yeah, I mean, how am I going to wear this? I'm already hot wearing what I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
I have to put the air on at like 55 degrees. My wife will kill me.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. We'll see you right after the game, actually, tomorrow. So definitely check out Philly 500's channel. So subscribe to both channels, and we'll see you then. So, all right, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Shakes Code Up, follows 5. Peace out, guys. Peace, everybody. Have a good night.